Welcome back to Dice Station Zebra. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Rob.
It's another feature figure HeroClix day with Monica Rambeau, set number 41 from Avengers Fantastic Four Empyre.
Indeed.
And this should be an awesome figure.
It should be.
But every time I play her, I roll threes. But anyway, we're going to talk about why she should be an awesome figure. And she is a rare.
Yes.
And we don't normally talk about rares that often, but she's not an expensive rare to get your hands on if you're interested. So
Right. We just looked her up and she's about $6 maybe.
something like that.
Yeah.
So she's got the keywords Avengers, Cosmic, and Police. And what's special about her are her trait and her special movement power. So her trait says when Monica Rambeau it's called Speed of Light. When Monica Rambeau uses phasing teleport or running shot, after resolutions, roll a d6. On a 4 through a 6, you can choose one of the following things. Your action total is +1 until the end of the turn, which could be handy if you've got a big team of people.
Right.
Or you may place her in the square she occupied when given the action.
I like that one.
Okay, so you have the option of doing either of those things. And her special movement power is phasing teleport. It's called Living Energy. When Monica Rambeau uses it, after resolution, she may make an attack, but only to target an opposing character she moved through this turn, regardless of adjacency, range, or line of fire. So let's talk about that, because on the clicks that she has that power, which is her first 2 clicks if you start her at her full dial, and her last 2 clicks, either way, she has Penetrating Psychic Blast, and she has Close Combat Expert.
Right.
So what this means is that when she uses this living energy trait after her movement, then she can either choose for it to be a ranged attack or a close attack.
Interesting.
So if the person you're attacking is somebody that's got a reducer,
Right.
like an impervious or an invulnerable or a toughness, you can choose to do a ranged and it's penetrating. Or if they don't have a reducer or whatever, you could choose, if you need, they have a higher defense maybe, you choose to do Close Combat Expert,
Right.
which bumps her attack up by 1 and her damage up by 1.
Right.
And even if she has a
Interesting.
reducer, you're probably going to get part of it through. So that's kind of the interesting thing about that trait. And then on all of her clicks, she either has this Living Energy trait or Living Energy power or Running Shot.
Right.
So the Speed of Light triggers every time she takes one of those actions.
Okay. That's right.
It's pretty cool. So you figure you trigger the action and then you go ahead and do that. The other thing is with the running shot.
The phasing teleport does not trigger on the running.
No, the
running
phasing
shot,
right? Teleport doesn't, but
Right.
the Speed of Light does.
Oh, or it says or running shot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I
Yeah.
misread that.
Yeah, phasing
You're right,
teleport
absolutely.
or running shot.
Or running shot. Good
So
stuff.
and again, this if she running shots, the living energy would not apply. You're right. So that's what she's all about. She's got leadership in the middle of her dial, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. So she goes
But-
from close combat to leadership to close combat.
But on her second starting line, she starts with leadership, which
Yeah.
is interesting.
And her second starting line, I think, is the one that's more affordable and useful to play.
Absolutely.
She's got 50 points there. She is Cosmic Energy team ability, which grants her willpower, and she also has Safeguard Outwit, so you can't outwit any of her powers.
That's right.
So she should be awesome.
She should be.
Just
Yeah.
don't roll threes.
I think 150 points on top dial is a lot to ask for a team build. But I guess if you build around and support her well enough, it could be a very effective
Yeah,
team, right?
you would definitely need like prob and
Yeah.
outwit and things like that on your team because she doesn't have those things, but she does have a 7 range and 3 targets as well. So that's something to
pretty
keep
good.
in
I like
mind.
it. And I like the penetrating psychic all the way down the
Yeah.
dial.
So even if she just stands there and makes an attack, and she pen size 3 people for 1 each.
I do like her at 50 points because you're starting off with a 17 impervious. You have leadership, penetrating psychic blast, and running shot. So I do like her at 50.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, and I think, a question that was asked by one of our viewers when we played her in the sealed game was, would you play one of her at 50, or sorry, one of her at 150 or 3 of her at 50,
Yeah.
right? And that's an interesting thing to do, and we you might see some videos where that happened.
That's right.
So
Excellent. Well, I think she's an interesting piece for sure.
I do too, and we would love to hear what you think. And do you only roll threes when you play Monica Rambeau, or is that just me? So you can let us know in all the usual places, including the comments below. You can shoot us an email. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to see some live action HeroClix gameplay. Watch our Twitter feed for announcements. We've been doing some stuff on Twitch.
Yep, they come up kind of fast. We don't tend to give a lot of notice. We just sort of, whenever we have time, hey, let's go on Twitch and do this.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, if you like this and you want to see more, you can always hit the subscribe button and the like button while you're there. That'd be awesome. And that's all we have for today. So we want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye.